So you were asking about multiple load lines
Load
on
lines,
passenger
and these are
ships.
load lines which are
So let's see what are the different load lines on your passenger ships, like, and what they look like. Like normal load line we have. First thing is why we have different load lines on passenger ships. We don't need different load line on passenger ships. But if on some passenger ships we are carrying cargo, which are called cargo cum passenger ships. So for passengers, they have different load and requirement, and for cargo, there is a different load line. So you can see something here like C1, C2, C1, C2, C3. So as per the subdivision, so what is subdivision means various decks are divided between, there are, if this is a ship, there will be various divisions, subdivisions of the ship, and cargo spaces and passenger spaces, how they are separate. As per that, we will have depending on that how many subdivisions are there between cargo and how much cargo we are going to carry. As per that, we will have some different load lines on some passenger ships. So the passenger ships are assigned, uh, these types of load lines are assigned to passenger ships, for which you have this different cargo carrying subdivisions. So as per the extent of the subdivisions and the length, we will have different load lines. The first part you have only C1, below fresh water. So this is a maximum level. If you're carrying cargo, this passenger ship can go as per the subdivisions. Then C1, C2, there will be different conditions, in which case how much cargo you are carrying. So you can go up to this load line or this load line, and how much subdivisions we have at that time. So like this, you have all these types of load lines at maximum depth the ship may be in particular of this loading. And the requirement is that these load lines should be marked forward of the normal load lines, and these are as per your load line convention 1969. Okay, so let's see what is subdivision. Basically, it's simple. Subdivision means normally the ship is divided in some port, starboard, whatever tanks. And again, especially in this passenger ships, you have some subdivisions of different compartments. Why especially in passenger ships? We have in other ships also, we have divided in so many tanks and all. But especially for passenger ships is most important, because passenger ships, we are carrying passengers, and life of human is the most important thing. And in case there is flooding or something of one compartment, it should not go to other compartments. That's why we have subdivisions, so that the ship is stable even if there is flooding of one type, one compartment. Now these subdivisions, of course, if it is totally enclosed, people cannot go from one place to another. So to have access from one place to another, we have doors, but these doors again has to be watertight. So there are different watertight doors. So these are uh, different passenger ships with subdivisions, and these are the watertight doors which are there on each ship. So there are different requirements for this watertight doors, but here we just see that once it is closed, these compartments will be watertight. So in case of emergency, normally it is open and people can walk through. We have to test these also. And in case of emergency, water comes, these doors will be closed, and this compartment is filled. Water will not come out of this compartment. So other compartments will not be flooded.
Container line, containers, the
Eh,
maximum having permanent.
yes. No, first we see the passenger ships. Suppose first we see. So if you see the passenger ships, passengers are not that much weight, so weight is light. Either we can have, for stability purposes, we can always keep some permanent ballast to keep the ship in stable condition. Now second thing is we are talking about container ships. So for container ships, permanent ballast, sometimes we have anti-healing tanks. So these anti-healing tanks will always have some water, because in big containers loading very fast from one side to another, there can be a lot of list, and these anti-healing tanks control the list automatically. So they will always have this water, and that is your permanent ballast. Correct? So let's see what are these requirements for these subdivisions. requirement for subdivisions means we need to, as per load line, there are places which are assigned which are safe for carrying of passengers. कहाँ पे passengers को allowed नहीं कर सकते वो जगह हम हटा देंगे, तो other places we can have passengers. So places which are more prone to weather, like forward or open decks, these are where weather can easily affect. These places we should not have the passengers. So these are the conditions of for assigning subdivisions. That, like, you have a collision bulkhead. So in front of collision bulkhead or forward part of the ship, they are mostly prone to your rough weather. So we don't allow to have passengers there. So these are the spaces. Now you have, suppose you have the deepest load line as your winter load line, or so in winter load, just at that level, the deck which is just below that level, or just the deck which is just at the water level, mostly the collisions will take place there. So that's below that level. That deck is not allowed to have passengers. Then any deck which is between the minimum head, if the head clearance is not more than 1.9 meter, that deck we cannot have any passengers, because if there is flooding, they will float up like Titanic, and also there should be some space. Then forward of collision bulkhead is more prone to weather, so we will not have passengers. Then 1/10 of the ship's length, that is 10% of the ship length forward, we cannot have passengers. Then any spaces like weather decks, open decks, if they are not properly covered as per the requirement, then of course we cannot have passengers. And there are some special trade going from very typical ports. There, if it is certified as per administration that in rough weather they can carry, there we can have uh, passengers.